heard by millions. See webpage for T's and C's.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are here with our lovely friends, the lovely couple, Chris and Anna. Welcome to Bachelor Happy Hour.
Hey guys, thanks for having us again.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Thanks for coming back.
Do you know why you're here?
No.
Do you know what we're going to ask you about?
That's actually terrifying.
Because we are just, no, you guys are our friends, and when we have down shows, we like to bring on people that we like to talk to and who are easy to talk
just
to.
screwing with you. We're just here to chat.
Um,
But what we have been doing actually is we've been doing recaps of people's night one episodes. So we just watched Kaitlyn Bristowe's, we did Ben Higgins, we did Peter, and then we've been having them on. We did Hannah Brown, Trista, and then we've been having them on to like talk through their night one, which has been shockingly revealing. Like there's always been something that's been shared that we weren't expecting.
So recently, this is going to be a question geared more towards Chris. Recently, we just watched Kaitlyn Bristowe's season, and there was like a guy that
You're on that one too.
Was that a serious question?
She knew I asked it because she knew it would be fun.
Oh, that was funny.
There's one that you went on 1 second.
Andy
100%.
Dorfman.
Okay.
But so I will say though, it was like yeah, it is, the show's very similar, but there are some pretty big differences. Chris, what did you on your season, what do you think was something they have changed from today?
Yeah. So I think the entrances are way more over the top now. When we would come out, there were maybe like one or two guys that did something kind of funny. We actually had a guy land in front of the house in a helicopter, which was like,
Oh my gosh.
because he was like the super rich guy, right?
Yeah.
And I just walked in, like gave her a hug, said something, and was super, I guess, laid back and obviously still nerve wracking. But now that they're rolling into all these crazy entrances.
Well, you were
Gotta keep the rating.
you were young as well. You were only 26, right? On your first season? 25. Okay,
25.
because what I'm kind of seeing these earlier seasons, most of the guys seem to be like, there's a few guys in their mid-20s, but majority of the men seem to be like in their mid-30s. Was that how it was for your season as well?
Wait, what was your first season again, Chris?
Emily Maynard.
Emily Manners, okay.
Yeah, I was the youngest. I was the second youngest one actually on my season, and then I think the oldest was like 34. Emily was just turned 26, so I knew I was too young right when I got on the. Like there's no chance.
Well, she had a
right?
kid too.
She had a 6-year-old kid. I'm 25. I'm like, I had no idea what I was doing really, but yeah, I agree. There wasn't that many guys under
30?
30 I think, on that season. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas now I feel like almost everyone's under 30.
Yeah, 30 ends up being like, there's a few guys that are like 31, 32. You'll get like one guy that's like 35, and then everyone else is in their 20s.
Who was the oldest person on our season, Anna? For those listening, Anna and I were both on Matt James' season together.
Was it Kayla? Or wait, that might be completely wrong. Or was it Katie?
Katie
I don't remember
was,
now.
how old was Katie? She was like 20. She was in her late 20s.
Was it Maggie?
How old was Maggie?
I don't know. I remember someone was like 32, but that was
There
the
was
oldest.
one 30-year-old, I think. But
Yeah,
everyone
because we were all,
was around 25, I would say.
well, I would even say average age younger with like Kit and you. I was just turned 24. Like, we were all pretty young babies.
Yeah. Kit was the youngest one at 21.
What?
She was
I
21?
was second youngest at 22. I turned 23 while we were filming. Oh, Amber was the oldest on our season. She was 30.
Anna, what's one thing that stood out to you from your night one?
When I used to watch the show, I'd be like, why are they crying? Just go talk to him. Just go talk to him.
Did you go up and just try to grab him, or did you try to organize it?
Both. I was like, when is my time? Like, I came all the way here. Let me talk to the man. I can't not talk to him. I can't get sent home night one. And And then like when he was in passing, I tried to grab him. And then when he was grabbing Abigail to give her the first impression rose, I tried to grab him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so after he grabbed Abigail for the first impression rose, they went down that long hallway to the left. And I remember getting up and going down the hallway, and I was walking like quickly down the hallway, kind of like after them. And a producer ran up behind me and
creepy.
was like, "Where are you going? Like, what are you doing?" Because I guess to the outside eye, it looked like I was about to go like interrupt them. But the bathroom was right next to the room that they had just gone in. So I was like, no, I literally just have to pee. And they're like, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I just picture you like running in there like, give me the first impression rose, not Abigail.
Could you imagine? Nothing less like myself than doing that.
Exactly.
So real quick, I was seasoned even before I got on the show, obviously a pro. I had custom made bobbleheads of me and Emily made because I was working in sports. So I got bobbleheads made. So I was guaranteed time with her.
Oh my gosh.
That's smart.
From an outside perspective of someone who went through it, I think it's smarter to set something up for the inside talk than to set something up for your entrance.
I would actually agree with that.
That was smart.
That was smart because you did like a generic entrance, but then you had like something personalized set up for later. So you were like, I'm probably going to get to talk to her because I've got the bobbleheads.
I had a solid like 15 minutes with her too. She made the bobbleheads kiss. It was a whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
That was so I had that night one as well because I did like a big chess game and it was like one of those like life-size ones that you see at resorts where the pieces are like up to your hips. And I didn't really know if I would get time, but then I remember seeing them setting it up and that I think helped guarantee me time, which I wasn't really thinking of at the time, but looking back.
I just had an awkward conversation.
Joe, how was your only night on The Bachelor?
Yeah, it was
Everyone else's first night is Joe's only night.
And the thing is, what's so crazy is just because I was just so nervous and awkward that first night. But like Becca and I actually have a good relationship and we have good rapport and we really get along. Where if I was just normal, I would have made it through.
100%.
Like there's just no I couldn't
yourself,
have a normal conversation.
You guys could have like hit it off for sure because you would have at least had like good banter and like friendly chemistry.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I add. Like I don't have any regrets, and I'm happy with where.
Thank God, Jesus.
I'm happy with where we are, but I do get like doing this podcast and rewatching the show. There is a part of me that's like I didn't get to experience the house and like doing the show at all.
Yeah,
which kind of sucks.
Yeah, and we've been saying.
So Serena, what I'm gonna propose.
Oh God.
Is can I go on?
Joe Mobley is walking out of the limo. He's like, we're having a temporary separation, so I can be here today. But we've been watching back, and we were saying like one of the biggest things night one, if you get to talk to the lead, is the people that are confident and comfortable, which is way easier said than done. Like no shade to the people that show up nervous, because I would say majority of people do, but immediately have an advantage because they were able to just have a non-awkward, normal conversation which like is so far and few between.
Yeah, I agree. I think also a big thing for me too is I didn't watch the show much before I went on it. So I thought like when I showed up, it was just gonna be like these guys that were, gladiators, like these perfect specimens, right? So I was a little bit nervous about that. And then when I showed up and met some of these guys, I'm like, I actually think I got a chance here.
I showed up and I was so intimidated. I was like, oh my God, all these beautiful women, blah, blah, blah. So opposite experience.
See, I feel like I felt less intimidated when I showed up because I built it up so much in my head that I was going to feel like really badly. And then when I got there, I was like, oh my God, like these women are beautiful, but they're also like warm and amazing. And I was like connecting with them. So I was like, oh, it's totally fine.
I got into a limo with Mari, who's like Miss America Perfect, and Chelsea, who's a supermodel.
That sucks.
I have no chance here.
I think when you're in a relationship, being able to travel with
Beachfinder quiz makes it try and then select.
Us, we want to hear from you. T's and C's.
Introducing the new Starbucks pairings.
The second time around,
I don't know. I was
I also think that's why Paradise and the secondary shows are so good, because you don't have those nerves going down again, and you feel so much more yourself the second time around.
I don't know. I was so nervous. Like I couldn't feel my legs getting out of the limo. But I feel like the experience itself, I just, because it was my first time, no expectations. It was just like everything was brand new.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And also, like, we weren't even in the Bachelor Mansion. We were in Charlotte, and our house was just like this massive, like, castle. And so it was totally different. Everything was different. But yeah, I liked the nerves. I feel like when I went on Paradise, I wasn't really as excited as I was when I was going on the Bachelor.
What about Bachelor Pad? So you did Bachelor Pad. That was that was the first Paradise, correct?
Yep.
Were you on season 1 of Bachelor Pad?
So season 3, there was 3 seasons.
Okay. And what was it? A competition show?
Yes. You're competing for $250,000. You end up with like a partner. There's still like the dating aspect to it, obviously, but it's good. Like, you guys got to watch this. I thought it was amazing.
Wait. So, okay, keep going, because I want to hear more. Because I actually have. I think we should recap that show, because we've been recapping all night ones. But I actually want to recap Bachelor. I think we should watch it.
Okay, maybe we'll watch episode 1 of Bachelor Pad season 3.
You're going to want to binge it all in one night. It's great.
Anna, do you agree?
I'm telling you. You'll thank me later.
Okay, when we first started dating, I was being like, "Oh, I'm a cool girlfriend. Let's watch it together." This man is kissing so many girls, hooking up with so many girls, and after like one point, I was like, "Yeah, I don't think I want to."
I just got my heart broken on The Bachelorette. I was going in hot to Bachelor Pad.
Bad. I just
wait, but how do you? So, Chris, how do you win the $250,000?
So there's rose ceremonies, and you switch off. So girls will give out roses one ceremony, and then vice versa. And there's always just 2 short roses. Basically, like
okay.
Yeah, and we also had that was the first season they had fans on the show. So we actually had 5 random fans that were competing. Yeah, that were competing as well.
I feel like, and I know that this is like impossible because Bachelor has so many shows now between Bachelor, Bachelorette, Paradise, Golden, Bachelor/Bachelorette. But if they had held on to Bachelor Pad, I feel like it would be really big now. Like, they were kind of ahead of their time with that one.
They were, and it was totally off brand, I feel like.
It was off brand. I feel like they shifted to Paradise because Paradise is way more aligned with the franchise and like the search for love, whereas like the competition aspect and the money aspect isn't. But like, I really think if they had stuck with it, it would have been like huge.
I agree.
Also, I'd like to know, I wasn't allowed to watch Bachelor Pad when it was coming out because it was too promiscuous.
It was.
Really?
I didn't watch it, but I don't know if that was parental interference or what. But
Joe,
I want to go back. Is it on Hulu?
I'm gonna watch tonight. I think we should watch it tonight.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it tonight.
We have to watch season 3.
Season 3, episode 1.
Also, just before you watch it, don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, just keep that in mind.
Baby Chris is hooking up with all the girlies.
Anna, how do you feel about Chris saying "Don't hate the player, hate the game"? How does that make you feel? The current 25.
Whatever.
I was money, the payday.
Anna, you went on Paradise.
Yeah, she was on our season with us.
I know. I'm just setting up the question.
Okay, sorry. The way you said it was like, I've heard you were there.
But you unfortunately you didn't. You came in late. Overall, what was that experience like? Do you think things would have went differently if you were night 1?
Yeah. And then my parents, I was like debating not going because I didn't want to be the person who walked down last.
Yeah.
My parents were like, okay, you've already done it once. Like, do it again. Do it with your whole heart. Be yourself. You already know what it feels like to be on camera. Like, don't go crazy. Like, it's fine. Be normal this time. So they kind of convinced me to go still.
Well, and you, I would say, like, made the most of it overall. Like, you went on that date with James. You did the one-on-one. You did the prom. Like, you were there kind of like for a chunk of time. It was just, honestly, coming down at the end.
Coming down at the end of Paradise is so hard.
It's such a disadvantage. Like, it truly is. Like, there is a right answer to the question, do you wish you came down earlier? And it's always yes, because of course you do.
I also think there's a disadvantage of night one because like some people got to go home too. And it's a larger chunk. Isn't it like 3 or 4 go home night one? Or
Of Paradise?
Yeah, week 1. I would say I would say
coming in week 2,
Yeah,
like after the first rose ceremony, is kind of the ideal
Yeah.
slot.
yeah, but even then you still want to be. I think best case in Paradise, no matter what, is still that first day.
Serena, I'm going to agree with you. So I've done it all, right? So
Yeah.
I came in
Oh, yeah.
How many seasons have you been
3
on?
Paradise seasons. So I came in the first time I was on Paradise 1. I had the first date card. I was the first person to show up after the cast was already there. So you come in there with that date, the date card. So you at least get that. So at the very least, you can have a good date or convince this person to very least give you a rose, right? At the end. Actually, the first time I was on, we were giving out the roses the first night, the guys were. And then coming on first too, I couldn't imagine coming on the first day and then not getting a rose on that first ceremony. Like, I think that'd be worse than showing up last, to be honest.
Well,
that is hard. But then at the same time, it's like,
you had more opportunity.
yeah, it's a catch-22.
yeah, Chris, you're a gambler.
Yeah.
Your best odds, no matter what, are gonna be
For sure.
coming down day one because everyone on that beach is single. Like that's your odds are that's where they're the most.
Gives you the best chance to
Yeah.
win
night one.
I
if
will
you call it that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I got super lucky just for how James was kind of down on his luck and could not find a girl the whole time. And then it worked out for me for that week. But other than that, I feel like most of the time you come in more of a McKenna situation and just kind of don't have anyone.
McKenna was the last person to come down, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to come down last. That's just the name of the
Yeah.
game. Like, someone is going to be the last person that hits
And
the
we were
beach.
COVID season, so they had so many people to draw from.
I would say this though.
Yeah.
I feel McKenna's a good person to come in last and maybe stir the pot a little bit, you know, because everyone's pretty much matched up at the end. So it's so hard to break any of those relationships. So if there was a kind of a weak relationship or someone trying to get out of something, I feel like that last person has that job to, you know, stir it up a little bit.
Who came in last, Chris, on your last season of Paradise?
Weren't you on that one?
Man, no, he wasn't on it.
The
No.
one before?
I was on the season. I was on the Paradise.
You were on the one before Chris got engaged and after Chris got
Me and
engaged.
Chris, I've also been on a lot of shows. I was on the season before Chris, and then I was on the season after.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
exactly.
just
Right
switched.
after.
We switched off.
Yeah.
I think the last person was Chase McNary.
Oh, the guys.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, kudos to you for remembering.
Okay, and he was on.
He finished second on
JoJo season, right?
JoJo season. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's going back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Wait, Anna, what did you do coming out of the limo again on night one?
I had like a survival kit.
What was a survival kit?
It was just like how to survive the show, and it had like red flags in it, a stress ball, because he'd never done the show before.
Right.
Neither.
I really liked your entrance. I liked
If
that
you watch
idea.
it back, I'm like,
I was shaking. There. I was nervous. There.
yeah. Okay, so both of you. So Chris, what was your favorite show you've ever done?
Well, Bachelor Pad probably. Even though I got
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
So
It's only been out for like 10 years.
I would say this: I still have more friends from that show than I have throughout all of the shows.
Really?
So I thought that experience was awesome. That was definitely a growing experience for me, that's for sure. And also like The Bachelorette, because zero expectations, had no idea what was going on. And like, I mean, the dates, incredible. I mean, you know, it's like no one gets to experience these things. I mean, I had a private concert with Luke Bryan in downtown Charlotte.
I bet the show was getting close to 30 million views back then.
Yeah, it's huge.
it was a
That's
complete.
Maybe.
Anna, how about you? I know it's only you're a normal one opposed to me and Chris. You've been only done well basically
we've only done 2 seasons.
you've only done 2.
Okay.
But which would you what
Oh,
Which one
Paradise,
did you enjoy
by far.
more?
Way less
Paradise?
pressure. Also, it's like the
Yeah.
whole idea of it, like you versus Bachelor, Bachelorette. It's you're all competing for one person versus there's multiple matches on the beach.
It's true.
Yeah. Did you? So for those listening, Anna on The Bachelor had like a lookbook prepared of all of her outfits, like a laminated book of photos of every piece of clothing that she brought and every outfit that she prepped. How did you pack for Paradise?
Same way.
Did you do the same
And I do
thing? You did the same
No,
thing?
she
And I do
does
the
some
exact
trips.
same thing for trips. Like
Yeah.
I'm such a visual person, I will completely forget what's in my suitcase if I can't see photos of it.
Oh my God. I actually think Demi did that as well. She had like plastic Ziploc bags with a full outfit in it, like jewelry and everything, and like a photo on the front of what the outfit was, which I thought was really smart. Man,
Wow.
I have some, if I were to do the show again, I'd like to say that I would do things differently and like be organized and plan my outfits, but I just feel like that's not in my soul.
I will say,
But I have some fashion regrets from the show for sure.
me too. Well, if I had like,
Which, do you? But you pre-planned all your
well,
fits.
also I had like $3 to get all my outfits, like
True.
because I was so young and COVID times. Like if I had unlimited budget, oh my gosh! Like when people are like, Maria's outfits are so good, I'm like, yeah, because she
Yeah, I'm like, no shit. She's wearing Chanel. Like,
wish I had that kind of funds too. I was shopping like the
Yeah.
extra sale section of Princess Polly.
yeah, literally.
I think when today.
Beachbound.com, click
on podcasts.
And rather than be heard by millions, see web.
Share.
Yeah, we're going to
Restrictions apply. Visit starbucks.com/pairings to learn more.
Are you guys going on any trips the rest of the year?
yeah, we got a good one
Anything
coming up.
planned that you could share?
Yeah, we're going to Poland, July 11th. Taking my parents, my dad's first time back since the 70s. He moved here. So we're taking him. So we're doing Poland. So we're doing Warsaw, Krakow, Zakopane, where my dad's from. It's the border of Slovakia and Poland. And then we're going to Vienna, and then we're going to Rome.
Do you guys want to see the
Wow.
whole
How,
thing?
Wow.
Yeah, so
how
Did you
long?
make a
How long are
PowerPoint,
you?
Anna?
How long of a trip is that?
16 days.
16 days.
That's amazing.
Nice.
I did Krakow is Ljubljana. No, it's not Poland, but it's like it's like Slovenia or Slovakia.
Mm.
And then I did Rome and I did Vienna.
Nice.
All in like one trip also. So like similar-esque, and it was so amazing.
Yeah, wait.
Anna, pull up the PowerPoint.
Well,
She puts it all together. It's
I'm same with my outfits. I'm gonna make one for my outfits too. Don't worry.
So you have a. That's pretty nice.
You should sell these.
Look, do you guys see? Great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
yes.
we could see it.
For those that can't see, it's like one side of every slide is a photo, and then the other side is like an itinerary of suggestions.
It's
Wow,
gorgeous.
that's so nice.
Gorgeous.
What did Chris's parents say when you sent that to them?
So the whole thing. So we were going to send it to my dad for Father's Day, like as his Father's Day gift. Like, here's the itinerary, because my dad's a planner too, and like he's been asking us, like, oh, like, have you done this? Have you done that? And we booked the flights, all the hotels. We have everything booked. So it's kind of just like a
Mhm.
turnkey trip for my parents.
That's amazing.
I think the only thing he asked was, "Did you rent an automatic or manual car?"
Yeah,
Also, very.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I always forget about that part. When you go to Europe, everything's like stick shift, isn't it?
Yeah, and you got to drive on the other side of the road.
Right.
Not in.
Yeah,
Not in
that's
Poland.
scary.
not in Poland.
I think it's.
Oh,
Have
no.
you ever been to Poland, Chris?
What's that?
Have you been to Poland before?
Yeah, I've been to Warsaw, and actually we were in Warsaw for when I was on The Bachelorette as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
we didn't travel on our season, which I feel like is a blessing and a curse, because on one hand, obviously it's sick to travel, and I would probably choose that over not traveling. But the jet lag and like the packing and the moving and the eating like different foods like has to take a toll on your body.
I think it would have been nice to have a day of travel in between, though, especially when it was like so boom, boom, boom with our season.
Filming the goat. That's airing on Amazon right now. We
Amazon Prime, go watch.
we Sunday was a dark day, and we would just like everyone would kind of like chill out and get like off of like competition mode, and it was pretty nice. I'm all for The Bachelor bringing back Bachelor Pad. I think that's fun. I think they should do it with couples.
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking that like the perfect couple. Like they have so many couples right now. Not saying we
Yeah,
do.
they're.
Please, I'm already trying to pitch a couple show.
It is
I
surprising
need
me
to stop.
though that there's not more. I feel like The Valley is kind of the first take on like a couples based show where all the couples are preset.
Yeah, but it's not a competition show.
No, but like a show leaning towards couples versus singles.
Yeah.
We got asked to be on this couple show for Netflix, but the premise of it was not too good. So we said no.
Oh my God, what was it?
It was like Temptation Island. They would separate us and then put us with hot singles and see if we cheat. It's like, okay, I don't know if we can put our families through that.
I'm like, are you trying to break up with me? Right? Like, what's going on?
I was like, ooh, fun show. Netflix. Love Netflix.
I would do a
Wait, when did you get asked to do that?
In February. So they've already
Okay.
filmed.
I
Interesting.
would not do that show.
No, we probably
Well,
wouldn't be,
Not that I don't think.
we probably wouldn't be sitting
Well,
here right
yeah.
now with you guys if we did the show.
Oh, you think you would have been tempted?
No, I'm just
I would have been in like armor. I'd been like, I'm winning this thing.
Don't touch me.
Here's the thing: you can't do one of those shows and not be open to the idea
Right.
of allowing yourself to be a little tempted, because that's what's going to make TV.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Not that I think we would have a problem. I just don't really want to be in that environment when I'm like,
Oh yeah, we're not
No.
doing. Yeah, we're not doing that.
this
You
all
were
probably has to
married.
get cut too.
Yeah, we're very. That's a lot of paperwork. Guys, you want to play a quick game with us? Rapid fire. Who's who with Chris and Anna?
do it,
All right.
Yeah,
Who's the messiest?
Anna.
you can say me. That's fine. I just have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff.
I know the answer to this, but who's the better?
Great question.
Look up this hotel. It's in Italy. It's called Il Pelicano.
Where's that?
It's on the
Italy.
coast of Tuscany.
Okay.
It looks awesome.
It does look gorgeous.
Tuscany was my favorite part when we went last year. Cortona, I loved it.
Oh yeah.
So I really want to go to this hotel. All right, let's finish these rapid questions and then you guys can go. Who's the bed hog?
Dolly,
Anna.
Dolly.
Yeah, the dog.
your
probably.
dog.
Who's
I don't sleep.
who's most likely to apologize first after an argument?
Probably me.
We don't really
We
argue.
don't really argue.
You didn't go on that Netflix show.
I
Who's first to call it a night during a night out?
Neither of us
No, we just go.
until the club closes.
Who's more extroverted?
Anna.
You're both very
Yeah.
extroverted.
Yeah.
Who plans the most dates?
Probably me. It's kind of like a 50-50 type deal there.
I'll be like, let's go to Galucci this Saturday. And then that's what we do. We're
Pretty easy.
in like year 2.5 now. It's not as exciting.
Yeah, no, like our date nights are like,
Yeah, you're.
let's go to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get a restaurant here? Reservation here? Yeah. Okay.
Who said love you? Who said I love you first?
I did.
Who's better at keeping secrets?
Anna.
No.
Yeah. No.
I'll tell you everything.
All right, well,
yeah.
that's the game. That's the podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming on. We really enjoyed it. Chris, I will be watching Bachelor Pad after we hang up with you guys, actually.
You're going to thoroughly enjoy it, I promise you.
Are you guys home tonight? I'll FaceTime you after, let you know what we think.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Anna, do you want to plug all of your things?
Yes. I started a business called Subtle House in Chicago. Please go follow us on Instagram, SUBTLE.HAUS. That would be amazing.
It's a very
You know
cool
what's really
space. I've been there. It's
embarrassing
really
is
nice.
I was calling it Subtle Haas for like a really long time.
Well, it can be that. It's like the German spelling of house.
Yeah.
So it's like Subtle House.
My dad pronounces the B in subtle when he
So
calls
subtle.
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 And then if you're in Chicago, you can become a member. It's essentially like, how would you describe it? Like a workspace?
It's a creative co-working space. So like a WeWork, but we have a photography studio, a sound studio, all the things if your job requires you to be a little more creative.
podcast studio.
Yes.
It's
Podcast
really nice.
studio is
I've been
amazing.
there.
You can book a tour at subtlehouse.com. Come say hi to me. I'm there almost every day.
And then if you don't live in Chicago, you have day passes, right? For people that might just be visiting the city.
Yes, we do. Also available on subtlehouse.com. Wow, Serena, you just know more than I do.
I know. I should work for Subtle House.
Well, all right, Chris, do you want to plug anything? No.
I'm good, man. Nah. Bachelor Pad season 3.
Thank you to you both for coming on. We really appreciate it. And to all our listeners, thank you guys so much. And make sure you subscribe to Bachelor Happy Hour.
We have more exclusive interviews coming out, more recaps as we slowly move towards Gen season. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye. So this year,